it is very unfortunate that I almost made that joke yesterday. I said, look, some of the Eurovision music entries were really bad and quite atrocious. Yes, yeah, well, I will not comment on specific. But to bring it to the point of actually trying to kill people for that, I think that's a little bit extreme. I mean, there's a difference of opinion about music, but not as much. Unfortunately, and this is a dilemma we face. Just think about that. Just holding a music contest in Azerbaijan by itself produce a reaction which is resulting almost in a successful terrorist attack. Can you imagine? It's just a music contest. At the end of the day, you know, a bunch of talented and maybe some not so talented singers come, sing, and leave. I mean, at the end, why there is so much attention to this? Why try to undermine it? And I think the reason is not the contest itself, and not the music, and not the difference in taste. I think the idea is that Azerbaijan becoming a country which is capable of holding such a major event, a major European event. Now think about this, that the European coverage of the media coverage completely missed the point. The fact of holding this contest right on the Caspian Sea, as far east as possible, and so close to the borders of Iran and the Middle East, by itself is a sign of modernity. That's a very good thing. I mean, that's what Azerbaijan has been able to bring Eurovision where it never been before. And people don't notice that, people don't understand it. So that's why those people who want to undermine it, and those people who want to blow up our event, they understood that. That's why they did that, because they saw it as something which changes the world, which becomes an example. Unfortunately, the media coverage of Eurovision, though generally very positive, has had some quite interesting focus on negativity, and I was very surprised. I can say on the record that it's amazingly, Eurovision became the one time when Islamophobes and anti-Semites got together and kind of agreed or something on bashing Azerbaijan. Some people didn't like us because we were Muslims, some people didn't like us because we were too close to the Jews. I was like, really, this is not a good combination. The focus, I think, should be on the fact that Azerbaijan has been able to do that. We have been able to have it successfully. There was no interruptions. And despite all the criticism which came, I think, somewhat unjustified from the West, and all the disruptive attempts which came from elsewhere, I think Azerbaijan had stood its ground and been able to do that. It also was quite interesting to watch because some in Europe criticized Azerbaijan for not being gay-friendly enough for the Eurovision contest. And Iranian clerics kept accusing us of being a paradise for homosexuals because we organized Eurovision. So again, you know, I told you, Islamophobe, anti-Semite dilemma. You get into the situation where you're not gay enough for the Europeans, but you're way too gay for the Iranians. Actually, that whole subject came quite surprising for us, because this is not something we usually dwell on in Azerbaijan.